About half of Australia's population have digestive problems. That's according to the Gut Foundation Australia. Now, it's hoped that a new test to map an individual's gut microorganisms could lead to better diagnosis. And understanding the bacteria living in the gut is an important part of monitoring overall health, according to experts. Here's CEO of Microba, Blake Wills. So, Blake, tell us a little bit more about this new test.
So we've developed some great new technology at the University of Queensland that actually lets us look at the DNA of all of the microorganisms that live in your large intestine. Collectively, they're called the gut microbiome, and we know they have a very important role in your overall health and well-being.
And what's the process then? Is it similar to a bowel screening kit?
Yeah, it's very similar to that. You order it online and it gets sent to your home, and then once we get it back to the lab, the results will be with you in 3 to 4 weeks, where we'll call out some really interesting facts about your gut microbiome and try and encourage you to change your diet or other means in your life how you can actually get good microorganisms to thrive.
Can it lead to a diagnosis then of what problem, the cause of the problems that you might be having?
At this stage, we're not calling the test diagnostic, but it is very, very informative, and if you can make these changes, we know that it's very strongly linked to your health.
And how much does gut bacteria vary from one person to another?
So it's actually very unique, and there's thousands of microorganisms that we're actually talking about here. So each person has a very unique microbiome, and each microorganism has a very unique function in a person's gut microbiome. So it's very unique to each individual.
And are people born with the same gut bacteria, which then changes over their lifetime depending on diet and lifestyle? Is that how it happens?
Yeah, sure. So early in your lifehood, you actually develop the fundamental gut microbiome. But what we then see is as you develop through time, you obviously are exposed to things like antibiotics, which have a very important role in society, but they do have a very detrimental impact on your gut microbiome, and you can take up to 6 months to recover from a course of antibiotics from your gut microbiome's perspective. So as you go through time and you're exposed to things like antibiotics and hygiene and westernised diets, you can actually lose the diversity of your gut microbiome, and therefore you lose a lot of the key functions that your gut microbiome performs for you, including digesting foods that your body can't.
Now seems to be a growing awareness of the importance of gut health and of how gut health relates to overall wellness.
That's right. I mean, as you said earlier, a lot of Australians are experiencing gut issues. There's a lot of celebrities talking about the importance of diet. There's probiotics out there which people are trying to take to improve their gut health. So the awareness is really growing, which is fantastic, and we're actively learning more about the role the gut microorganisms are playing in assisting this gut health.
So is this another example of individualised medicine, mapping your gut biome and then down the track tailoring treatment accordingly?
Exactly right. So this is certainly has the potential to become personalised medicine. We can tell you exactly what microorganisms you have in abundance, what you're deficient in, and based on that information we can actually work out if you should be changing your diet, potentially in the future taking different types of probiotics or taking other actions under the advice of a medical practitioner to actually get back to a balanced and healthy gut microbiome.
Blake Wills, good to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ros.